Why having patience is key in the financial markets. What's up, guys? My name is Samuel. I'm a Brazilian Forex trader for a little over 6 years. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to have patience in the market. And why that? Just really think about it. When you first start to trade, what happens is you get so excited because you want to make money from your house, etc. And then you see all these charts and all these scandals. And then all of a sudden you see people making money on the internet. Oh my God, I'm making $100, $1,000, this, that. And then what you do for the most part is you rush into learning things, and once you rush into learning things, you put money that you cannot afford to lose, and then you leverage your account. You don't even know what the leverage concept really is yet, because trading hasn't matured in your life yet. And then most of the times you blow up your accounts and you just keep putting money from your work, and then you keep blowing it up over and over and over again. This is actually the opposite of having patience. The guy who's got patience, what he does is he waits for the market. He doesn't leverage himself too much, or he or she, right? The person takes time with their trades. I do, for the most part, swing trading. Occasionally I do day trading as well, but for the most part, swing trading. So if you see my trades, a lot of the trades I close within a week. So I open a trade on Monday and I'm going to close it on Friday. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks, sometimes months, not going to lie to you. Because for me, what worked the most was understanding that there is no such thing as easy money in this world. And rushing into things only made my life so much harder, and it only made me lose money over time. Now, I'm not saying that just because you open a trade on Monday and then you waited for freaking a month to close that trade, that's guaranteed profit, because it doesn't work like that. There's a series of factors, a whole bunch of things that you have to align to increase your odds of becoming successful in the long term. But patience is definitely one of the things. One thing I learned that one of my mentors told me when I was first started trading, he told me that what's going to separate you from being a winner and a loser is surviving long term. And the only way that you're going to be able to survive long term is by not leveraging yourself too much, too quick, too fast, and be able to survive for 3, 4, 5 months. Even if you're doing like a really low percentage rate, but you're surviving and you're just finding a way to compound that over time. And it can just start over and just do it again and again and again and again and again. And then almost act like a infinite money making machine. I don't like putting it that way because it sounds a little bit extreme, but at least you find a way to be more profitable long term. And that's what I've been doing. That's why I wanted to share to you a little bit of my opinion when it comes to having patience, because this is key. If you don't have patience, if you don't learn that there is no such thing as easy money, if you don't learn that there's no such thing as making money whenever you want, because the market is not like a bank that you can just withdraw money anytime you want. You have to wait for the market to give you that money or that cash whenever it has to give you that cash. Sometimes you open a trade and the trade goes against you. Sometimes you have to get stopped out, and then you lose a profit from a trade that you had previously, and then you may not get a really good month, and then getting mad and trying to seek revenge from the market is only going to make things worse. So it's not like you're just going to put $1,000 into trading to your broker, and then the market is going to have to give you $1,000 back, and especially at the time that you wanted it to happen. Usually what happens is it's in 1 or 2 days, because it's not how it works. I really wish it was that simple. If it was that simple, just think about it. If people go out to work, they have to get degrees, they have to get jobs, they have to do all these things, they have to create businesses and do all these things. If it was so easy to just put money in the market and then just withdraw as much as you want anytime you want, then people wouldn't even have to go to work anymore, right? So just think about it. If you understand that everything in life takes time, everything that's significantly good or everything that's worthwhile in this life takes time, okay? For you to learn, when you learn how to walk, for example, it takes time. It takes years for you to learn how to walk. When you learn how to talk, for example, it takes years for you to learn how to talk. When you learn a language, when you learn a skill, when you get a degree, it takes years for you to get a degree. Or when you specialize in your job, or when you get a relationship, to stabilize the relationship, to learn everything, or when you're raising a baby, everything that you do, it takes time. And it's the same principle with the market. People think that because it gives the illusion that, oh my God, it's easy money, that they just can treat it like it's easy money, like it's just something here and there. They're just gonna like a really cash grab or get rich quick thing. And then they think that that's the way that they found to like get off the matrix or whatever the heck that people talk about, when it's not the case. Because you have to treat the market as a living organism and as serious as you treat any other thing that you do, such as going to work, for example, such as taking care of your health. You have to treat the market the same way. You have to treat it seriously so they have more probabilities of becoming successful. That's the only way that it worked out for me. And to this day, it's not like, oh, I dominated the market and then I'm never going to lose again. It's not that simple. I have to constantly watch what I'm doing every day. I have to constantly see how far I'm taking my leverages, my trades, how much it's worth for me to risking a certain trade. Because if I make a mistake, I can lose everything tomorrow. If I make a mistake, I can lose everything. It's every single day is a new day, and you're never gonna really dominate it 100%. But like I said, definitely one of the things that I learned is to have patience, to take time, to not rush into learning things, and to just give myself time to fail, because that's the only way for you to succeed, at least in my honest opinion. Like I said, I'm a guy that's been doing this for 6 years. Every day I learn something new, so I'm always going to learn for the rest of my life. But that's one of the key things that made me become at least a little bit more successful than I was since I started and actually stopped losing money. Okay. And I hope that's the insight I want to give it to you. Have patience, because everything in life takes time. There's nothing good and worth in this world that's gonna be like super quick or fast, and you just do that in a spin of a click or in a spin of a second or whatever. It doesn't work like that. So if you like these kind of videos, let me know. We're talking about Forex and trading investments overall on this channel, and I want to build a community of traders who are like-minded and they want to become better and they want to grow together. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and let's study. Let's study the market. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.